Hello, welcome to Tabletop CP, and today we're heading to the French and Indian War to try out Rebels and Patriots. Alright, so Johnny's here, brought another new game for us to try out. So this is the Osprey Games Rebels and Patriots, kind of based off the Rampant system. I do have the Dragon Rampant rules. I haven't tried them yet, but I'm sort of familiar with them. So Johnny's played this before. I've watched some videos. I've read a little bit about it, so I think we should be okay rules-wise, but as usual, you know, if we make mistakes, let us know. And also, this is the first time filming this game, so the format might take a little while to get down. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get started with the briefing. So starting off, terrain. Tonight's mat is the Autumn Mat by Geek Villain. Check out the description if you want to pick one of these up for yourself. Very good general-purpose mat for any type of any type of theater you want to use grass on. So. As far as this game goes, so terrain, we're going to say everything is light cover except the barn. So in this case, light cover means you can see through it and shoot through it, but if you do, the other side will get the benefit of cover, which I believe alters the hits in shooting. Not 100% on that, but we'll get there as we play. So they also confer a movement penalty, so your movement is half when moving through the woods. The grass is going to be light cover as well, shooting across it, but no movement penalty. So the only hard cover line of sight blocking piece is going to be the barn. And I think that's it for terrain, so let's talk about the mission. Alright, so this one, that's called the First Clash at Lament Ridge. So this is the first scenario from the rulebook. Very simple. I'm going to deploy within 9 inches of the south edge. Johnny will deploy within 9 inches of the north edge, and we have to capture the barn, which means have a unit within 3 and no enemy within 3. At the end of every turn, we'll count up who has that, and we'll keep track of that. And then at the end of turn 8, we'll roll to see if the game continues. If it doesn't, we'll count up who has more points, i.e. who controlled the barn for the most time during the game. So pretty simple, just kind of capture the hill type of thing. And I think that's it for the mission, so we'll go ahead and look at the forces. Now, start off here, George Washington's Provincial Force. So I'm not going to go over every single rule of these guys, but starting off, we have 2 units of Virginia Provincials. So these are 12-man units. 2 of those. We have Rogers Rangers back here. So they're skirmishers, only 6 models though. What else we got? Local Militia, 12 models. And then lastly we got a Mohawk War Party. So these guys are natives and there are 12 models as well. And then commanding the whole thing is, what is your colonel in this one?
Colonel,
Captain?
yeah. He is a colonel.
Colonel George Washington. So early on in his career when he was not that great. But we'll see how he does today. So we'll go ahead and look at the French. Alright, here's Johnny's French.
Yeah, my French is, I'm calling them Colonel Richard's Raiders. We have one big group of French regulars, so I paid the points to make them 18 models as opposed to 12.
So that's this...
That's just these big guys in the white.
Oh, all those? That whole thing?
This is one huge unit,
wow.
Yeah. It doesn't really help with firing, but it does let them take more casualties, basically, and stay semi-effective. We have the light infantry. I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's Campagne de la Marine. You know, sorry French people out there.
They're used to it.
Yeah. But they're just bare bones light infantry. So they count as...
That's these guys?
These guys here. So these dudes here, they're just light infantry. They count as cover in the open. And they're a little better at moving. They move 8 inches. I have my woodsman, or again a butchered French pronunciation, but it's like Courage de Bois or something like that. So French woodsman, small skirmisher unit, but they've been kind of upgraded. So they've got good shots, so they're shooting on 4s or better, and they've got a longer range than most people at 24 inches. But they are a skirmishing unit, so they can't really take a lot of punishment. So we gotta be careful with them, but they're kind of sneaky. So.
Okay.
And then my last unit is the Huron War Party. These are my buzzsaw unit. They're same as Travis's, 12 men or 12 warriors. They can't actually fire to great effect, but if they get in melee, especially with some of the weaker guys, they're just going to chew them up, because not only can they're hitting on 4s, which most people are fighting back on 6s or 5s, but if they win, they get to make a follow-up, so they can just keep going. And even if they get charged, they can counterattack.
Like the old 40K days.
Yeah, so they're a buzzsaw. You want to keep them in terrain because they're not slowed by it. But if they get shot at, they're still vulnerable. They're not like light infantry, so you gotta you gotta be careful. But they're pretty cool.
Yeah, they look great.
And we like this period because we get to use a pretty cool variety of models.
Yeah, very colorful.
Yeah, and not have to paint a lot of horses, which is nice. Yeah. So,
so Colonel Richard.
Yeah.
The 2 guys, are they just kind of for looks?
No, they're extra guys because this is 16 for sharp practice, so I needed 2 extra guys just to make it a solid 18. So.
Okay. Cool. All right. So that's that. So we'll go ahead and deploy and get started. We're done deploying. I'll start on my side. So I've got Rogers Rangers over here on my left flank. We got some Virginia Provincials in the center, along with Colonel Washington, and another unit of Virginia Provincials, my militia. So I have to try to keep as much of this stuff within 12 of Washington as I can because he gives a bonus. Then I got my Mohawk War Party over here on my right flank, and then Johnny's got his Woodsmen over there on his right flank, and he's got his big unit there in the middle with Richard. His Hurons in there, and then this, I forgot what these other guys are here, but they're, so just a big line of French dudes, and sort of a line, but the militia are hanging back a little bit. And again, we just got to get to the barn, so I guess we'll go ahead and get started, and we'll just roll to see who goes first. Okay, so it's not any kind of teaching game, but we will go over some stuff, as I'm learning. Johnny's still pretty new to it as well. So
yeah, this is my 3rd game.
It's 3rd game, so yeah, we will make mistakes. But anyway, he's going to go first, so first thing you do is what? So
basically, if you're familiar with Rampant series, each unit has an activation. They made it in this game so everything activates on a 6, on 2d6. And that's modified by discipline, so either a +1 or -1 usually, or nothing. And then your leader adds a bonus of 1 if he's within 12. So in this instance, for example, I'm going to try to activate... we'll just say I'm going to try to activate my natives.
Okay.
So their discipline is they're a veteran, we'll call them. That's the bonus they get. So they're a +1 for the leader. So they're +2, so I need a 4 or better.
And you're trying to reach a 6 at all times,
least a
right?
6, yeah,
okay.
At all times. So they got it, so they're going to just make a move. They get to move 8 inches. So I'm going to move them into
and they are not slowed.
They are not slowed by woods.
Yeah. This is handy.
Very handy, which makes sense, which I like in this period.
And this is I go, you go. So he'll try to activate all of his guys, and then I will try to activate all mine. So we'll go ahead and we'll be back.
Yeah.
End of turn 1. So we had the Mohawk War Party moved up into those woods. The unit with Richard failed to activate. And then these guys, what are these guys again? They're just Marines or something?
They're light infantry, we call them that.
Light infantry guys here advanced, and then the woodsmen advanced as well.
You can't pronounce their name.
Unpronounceable.
To us.
And then over here we got Rogers Rangers moved up, only 4 inches. They're not, they don't ignore movement, so I just stayed in the woods, moved up to the edge. And then over here, the Mohawks failed to activate as well. These guys moved up. The militia failed to activate, and then Washington's unit moved up. So they're not in close order. No one's in close order yet, but we probably will be here soon. And that's it for turn 1. So move on to turn 2. These guys here skirmished. So they moved up half.
Yep.
And they're going to fire at these guys.
Yep.
So the way firing works, hold on. He needs getting 12 shots.
12 shots.
And it's over half range. So he's base 5. That's going to stay the same. The only thing the range changes is the number of dice it takes to cause a casualty, which will go over here if he does any. Yeah, so normally if you're within 12, it's 2 hits causes a casualty. Over 12 is 3. So now I'm looking for 5s and 6s here. Did I get at least 1 casualty? I did do at least 1 casualty, you got
barely.
3 6s.
Yeah, so 1 Provincial's dead, and you will have to take a morale test.
Morale test, and then that can go up to 4, right? If there's cover involved.
Yeah. So if you were in cover right now, then I would need 4 hits, and I would have done nothing.
Okay. So it's kind of nice. It's fast, no saves at all.
No.
It's just based on the shots or the shooting, which is kind of unique and different.
And it's all either 6 or 12, which I like. So
yeah.
You don't need a tray of dice.
So morale.
Yeah. So you roll 2d6, and you subtract 1 for each casualty that you took. So you would be at -1 right now, but then +1 for the leader. Oh, that might fail.
So that's a 5 minus 1.
The 4 plus 1 is still 5, so you still fail.
And then Washington only won't. So I'm again trying to reach a 6.
Yeah. So if
so
morale,
I didn't make it.
If failed but above 2, you get a disorder marker.
Disorder marker.
Yeah. So we can just place one of these.
So these are like shock.
Yeah. Except
and then if you get 3 of these,
you're out.
You route. Yeah. Okay. So that's the first units.
Yeah.
End of Johnny's part of the turn. Saw them fire. The Huron moved up a little bit just to get up to the edge of the woods, stay out of this open area. He got his main unit to move up, and then the woodsmen were going to fire at Washington, and they failed to activate. So now we'll move on to my activations. I was able to get, starting off with Rogers Rangers, just move straight out in the open. They get cover. They're light infantry, so they're always counting as in cover. We're going to fire at those woodsmen. I'm long range. My base is a 5, so I need a 5. But since I'm long range, I'll need 3 5s to do a kill, but they're in cover, which makes it 4. So I need 4 5s out of 12 dice to even get 1 kill.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it doesn't look like it.
I got 2 5s.
But remember, just even that 1 kill with that,
yeah.
When I fail my morale, that puts me in disorder, and I'm already in trouble, right?
Yeah,
so.
It just takes 1.
Yeah.
But I didn't even get 1, even if you were in the open.
No.
So now I'll move on and start working on these guys. So rest of my turn, these guys that have the disorder marker, I was able to get them into close order. I also got Washington and his guys into close order. My Mohawks were able to get up into the woods, and then again my militia failed. So at the end of this turn, Johnny will get a point for having those guys within 3 of the objective, and me not within 3. I guess I could have moved up with Washington and stopped that, but I didn't. But I did get in close order, which is a good benefit in this game, so we move on to turn 3. So these 2 units failed to activate.
Yeah.
So he's kind of stuck there. Next thing is you have the woodsmen fire at Rogers Rangers.
Yeah.
Needing 4s, though, because they're better shots.
Needing 4s. Did I? No.
You only got 3.
I needed
he
one
needed
more.
4.
Yeah.
Because I am in cover as a light infantry, so you still got your Hurons.
See the Huron. I'll try to skirmish with them. No, I won't. All right,
wow.
Back to you.
All right. Here I was wondering, how am I going to ever survive this? Well, that's how. They just don't activate, and then you get a freebie. So move on to my part.
Yeah.
Starting off, Washington, he was in close order, so he was able to move at an arc. He got into the grass, got to within 3 of the objective, so he's done. The other provincials rallied. The militia were able to finally move, and they just kind of moved up behind those guys. And then my Mohawks, they just moved up right to the edge of the woods. We're still out of range. They only have a 12-inch range, so we're not close enough to shoot at anything. And then lastly over here, Rogers skirmished up, and we were going to fire again. Am I in range of those guys?
I mean, you're 18-inch range, so you have these guys and just these 2 units here.
I think I'll fire at the
light infantry.
The light infantry over there.
It's the same. They're both in the open, so they both got cover, so.
Yeah, but they're the ones doing
more work.
They're the ones. If they're stuck there, right? You can't move. You're gonna be kind of bottlenecked in there.
Yes.
So if I can get a disorder on them,
sure.
Needing 5s.
You're not gonna get a disorder.
Not even close. Only 2 5s.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's rough.
And that's it for me.
That's it.
So that was turn 3. So we're already up to turn 4.
Yeah.
This thing, these guys were moved up.
Yep.
They're light infantry.
Oh no, they got a skirmish.
Skirmished.
Yeah, I forgot to fire them.
They skirmished. Okay, so they skirmished up. The Mohawk also skirmished just over to the grass, and then so they're gonna fire.
Do I want to go with the light infantry or the Mohawk? Let's try to weaken the Mohawk. Maybe we can do something here. All right, so
firing at the Mohawk.
Yeah, so these guys here, I think they're within 12 now. Yeah, so we need 5s, but you're in cover, so I need 3 5s at least. Got at least 1. 2 kills.
2 dead Mohawks?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So you got a -2 morale check there.
-2. Do I just do that right now?
Yes, because it could mean for disorder.
Alright, so I'm a 6. These guys have,
they have
1
plus
discipline?
1, so it's down to -1. Or 0, sorry. Because of the casualties. They pass. Barely.
Okay, Mohawks.
So they're not disordered. And then here's the Huron firing at the Mohawks. Again, needing at least 3 5s here. I got another kill.
No.
So another Mohawk down. And another morale test. But this time at a -1. So 0, you're fine.
Double 6, does that do anything?
Not for...
Or that's orders, or that's
for orders,
activation.
yeah.
Okay.
But I did take out 3, that doesn't matter too
killed
much.
3 Mohawks.
Hoping to get a casualty there though. And let's see if, last thing, let's see if these guys can fire. We're going to try to go after Rogers. They do, so take the smoke.
Only 6 shots.
Only 6 shots. They're needing 4. We're still just outside of 18, so that would be needing...
Oh, that's within 18.
No, sorry, outside of 12.
Yeah, okay.
So we still need 4s, or we need a couple. We need no, that's not going to do it.
2 4, I need 3. Well, hey.
Not on a single 4. Yeah, that's it. So.
Okay, so you killed 3
Mohawks.
so that's pretty good. So
it didn't get a disorder though, and that's kind of crucial.
That's good. So we'll move on. All right, these guys passed their activation. And we're going to do a volley fire, first fire, close range at those guys.
Yep.
So with all those modifiers, it takes me from a 5 to a 3 to hit.
Yep.
And I just need 2. Oh no, 3 because you're light infantry.
I'm light infantry, yeah.
Okay.
Not great.
Count them up. So 2 casualties.
2 casualties. I have my morale test.
Within 12. Yeah.
6.
Should make it. You're within range of your leader.
Yeah, but that's... These guys are only discipline 0, and I lost 2 guys, so that's -2.
Oh, it's per guy?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Per loss you take during that action, right?
Okay.
So you killed 2, so I'm at a -2 plus 1. That's still a -1 overall, right? Or
yeah, so you're...
Yeah, I'm losing 1 still, right? Because my officer cancels 1, so I'm at a -1 right now.
Yep.
And I rolled a
6, so you're a 5.
5, so that's a fail. So they're disordered.
They will take a disorder, which is really good for me. All right. So Mohawks pass their activation, I guess it's called. So they're going to fire at those guys. They're the closest unit, which is fine. But I'm needing 5s. Oh, so close.
Oh, I thought
so
you got
close,
it.
so close. Okay, what's next? Starting off over here with Rogers. He'd skirmished up. We're going to fire at the woodsman. I'm within 12 now, so...
It's still 5s, but now it's only 3 as opposed to 4 hits, right? Yeah, you got enough.
Whoa.
Yeah, ooh, that's
count them
bad.
up. I got 3 of them.
Yeah, that's really bad for
That was a
me.
hell of a shot by Rogers.
Yeah, I should have skirmished away, to be honest.
Oh, you can do that?
Well,
cool.
my last turn I shouldn't have let... Like, knowing that you're going to get close, I should have backed up a little bit, but I didn't. So here's a morale test, which they mega fail.
So when it says 2 or less, is that natural or is that including...
That's including everything, right? So I failed... I'm not above 2 because that's...
-3?
-3, even with the leader, I'm at a 1. If failed or 2 or less, you gain 2 disorder markers and retreat half move. So they're basically... So they move 4 inches.
Well, those guys are back there now with 2 disorder markers, which means they're going to have to rally in the next turn. So Washington, he was going to fire at them, but now he's going to fire at the main line there. So I'm over 12, needing 5s, so 3? I think I need 3 5s to get a kill.
Yes.
Because you're not in cover.
No, I don't know.
So it's at 1, 2, 3. So I got 3. So exactly.
At least 1, right?
Yep.
I'm just trying to see if there's any other bonuses for defense, but I don't think there is.
Oh, that was first fire though, wasn't it?
You would have needed 4s to hit. But I still don't think you got enough anyway, right?
I don't know. I picked them up.
You can roll it again if you want.
All right. You sure?
Now I'm not so sure.
Well,
consider you just wiped out one of my units.
I think I had 3. I think I had at least 3 more. How about we just take out 2 guys and call it good?
Oh, that's still pretty good. That means you got 6 hits on half your dice.
Yeah, that's about right. 12 shots.
Okay.
That's exactly half.
All right, we'll give it to you. Cheating as usual.
I could re-roll. I could do better though. That's
all right. I'll let you know what. I'm gonna tempt fate. Go ahead and re-roll it. Go ahead and re-roll it.
We're re-rolling.
Yeah. Go ahead and re-roll it. Let's see what happens. I could eat my words here. Yeah, maybe. I think it's still gonna end up being 2.
2. Yeah, still 2. Okay.
All right. So I still have to take a test at a -2. Fucking hell, man.
3.
It's above 2, but I'm disordered.
Disordered. The end of turn 4, I moved my militia. They just moved up. So we did pretty good. We drove those guys out of the woods. We put a disorder marker on them and them, I think.
Mm-hmm.
What do these guys do? Oh, they're the ones that fired that big volley.
Yeah.
That's right. So we got over half his units are disordered, which
is good.
From what I've learned so far is really good for me. So move on to turn 5.
Oh, yeah.
First thing he did, he had the guys behind the trees. The woodsmen rallied.
They had to.
They had to.
Yeah.
So they're stuck with 1 permanent disorder marker, so they're half strength.
Mm-hmm.
These guys rallied. They failed. And then the Huron just advanced or skirmished up, and they're going to fire at the Mohawks.
Yeah. Well, I need to try to get something here, so let's see. So I'm looking for 5s again. If that's a 5, I'll be happy. But...
There's a 6 back here.
Oh, I got one.
Got another
just
Mohawk.
barely, yeah.
They're down 4 guys.
Yeah, so that could be so at a -1, but you're +1, so it's just a straight up discipline test.
It's a 6.
Yeah. Ah.
Mohawks are stout.
They're good. So.
And that's it for Johnny already. So we'll go on to my turn, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping to fail. You fail a few.
I might. All right. Okay, starting over here with Rogers Rangers. They passed their order. They're moving, skirmishing up. We're going to fire at the main line. So check something. Not within 5. So I need 3 5s to get a kill. 1, 2, 3. Exactly.
God damn it.
Exactly 3 kills.
Yeah.
That'll be a test.
That would be a test, unfortunately.
-1, we got your leader.
And I'm in close order, so it's a +1 still. Thank God.
He's good. Okay. Yeah. All right. You fired a volley fire. I've already first fired.
So you just need 5s.
Needing 5s. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
2 more.
2 down.
So I'm gonna 0 now because of my.
Oh, he failed. He's gonna take a disorder marker. All right. So my other group here is gonna fire straight ahead. They're closer to the Marines.
Barely, but yeah.
But I am doing a volley fire, so +1 on my shooting roll.
Oh my God.
Wow. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 2. Damn, this is a lot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I need 3s, so that's 3 guys.
3 dead.
That's going to be bad for them. Alright, I need a really good roll here to stay in this for myself. An 8 -3 plus the leader is just enough.
I passed the order at the Mohawks. I'm charging the Huron. He's passed his order to countercharge. So we're both going to get the +1 bonus.
So we're hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s, base 4s, +1 for charging.
Yeah.
I'm only got 8 guys though, so I'll go first.
Go ahead.
Needing 3s.
Oh God, you missed 2.
and how many do we need?
2, so that's 6 casualties.
Just 2?
On me. Yeah. So that's taking me to half strength no matter what.
2, 1, 2, 3. It's only 5 casualties.
Oh, well, I'm just above 1 then. All right.
And then they will fire back or swing back.
It's the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's a 5 on you, so you're gonna be.
I'm gonna be down to 3 guys.
Yeah, but we both got to take a morale check, so it could be pretty bad.
At -5.
At -5. Yeah.
Okay, -5. I don't think I'm within 12 of my leader, so.
-5 +1 though, because you're a veteran, so you get a. You're -4. I'm at -4 as well.
So -4.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna do it. That's gonna be down below 1.
Yeah, so the down below 1 morale test, you get you gain 2 additional disorder. You gain 2 disorder markers and retreat half a move.
Retreat half a move. Okay. All right, go ahead and do your test.
Yeah.
-5.
If
you win this,
I win this, I can keep attacking you. So -4. So what is this?
That's 4.
Yeah, it's -4 because we're both veteran, right? So we got a +1, -5. It takes it to a 4.
Yeah.
Which
so
I
don't
think that's enough.
Nope.
So
you're gonna take, but you didn't get
but
below 1.
I didn't get below 1, so I'm just disordered.
So I took 2. You took 1.
Yeah.
Do you fall back?
No, I'm just disordered.
So does this mean you get to fight again or no?
I don't know, because I feel like if I don't pass that, I probably shouldn't be able to, but I'll double check right now.
So at the end, we both pulled back. I pulled back. I got 3 guys left with 2 disorder. He just fell back because we tied, and he took a disorder. So we both lost 5 guys. These guys went into close order. I think that's it for turn 5, so we move on to turn 6.
Fire.
All right, these guys passed their...
Oh, they skirmished. Right. Dang.
Check.
I'm doing it out of order.
Okay, so, well, he did pass,
Yeah.
so he moved them up. He moved them up into the woods.
Yeah.
So he's going to skirmish fire at these guys.
Yeah. So, first,
he has a disorder, so it's 6 dice.
Yeah,
right?
6 dice, needing 5s. Not enough.
Okay, so we dodged a bullet there.
And same thing here, but needing 4s because they're better. Not enough.
Oh, wow.
2.
I got lucky.
Yeah.
Rogers.
They rallied, and then these
the Indians
guys.
rallied.
I'm gonna try to move, or I think sitting here is kind of dumb, so I'm just gonna try to move.
Got to get up
which
there.
I barely did. So I think we'll get out of line of sight of your crazy volley and just move forward. I think this might break close order, unfortunately, but
Why is that?
well, because I can't stay like.
Oh, do you have to be in like literal formation side by side?
I guess you don't have to, because technically the trays are optional. So I guess we'll just do something like this.
Couldn't you put them behind, or?
Yeah, I think so. I think I got too much of sharp practice in my head.
Okay, so they've moved.
They're in close order, but moving in that direction.
Okay, and I think that's it for.
That is it for me. Not a super fun turn, but you know.
All right, I'll move on to my turn.
Yeah.
First thing I tried to do was rally the Mohawks. I rolled a double 1, which is a chart, a random bad things chart, and they are low on ammo, which means I have a -1 to my shooting for the rest of the game.
You might. If that's double 1.
It was.
So you gain 1 additional disorder marker and retreat half a move as well.
If I roll a double 1?
Yeah.
Well, that means they're out of the game then.
If the unit has 3 disorder markers in total, it routes. Yeah, I think they're just out.
So they're gone.
Yeah.
So my Mohawks are toast.
Yeah. So the ammo thing doesn't matter.
We're going back to get more ammo. Well, that sucked. Now my flank is open. Okay. That's going to change my plan a little bit. I'll think about it. Okay, the poor Mohawks are gone, but we're going to have these guys fire straight ahead. I prefer to shoot at them, but they're out of my arc and they're closer. So I've got to shoot straight ahead. But I am within volley fire range, so needing 4s.
Oh, God.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So that's 2 dead.
That's it.
Oh, no, wait.
It's
That's
every
4
2,
dead.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we're within 12.
4 dead.
That's bad. These guys might be gone.
And then a -4 on your morale test.
+1, or +2 because of close order. So it's -2. That still fails. So they're going to gain a disorder marker.
So they only need 1 more.
Yeah.
So this would be nice to be able to like shoot them with Rogers, but they have to go after the closest unit.
But I failed and I already have one, so I go back 3 inches.
Oh.
Because I already had one on me, right? So I'm broken, technically.
So he falls back.
Broken means something else in this game, but yeah.
Does it mean you go out of close order?
I am out of close order. I don't know.
Okay. Alright, so that's those guys. Got my militia. Alright, so I've had militia, they moved up to the barn. Still in close order. Washington's guys moved up in close order as well. We've been making a mistake with Rogers. He's been firing 12 shots and skirmishing. I guess he can only fire 6.
Yeah.
So we put one guy back in the woodsman.
Yeah, so they're not permanently disordered, but they're close to it anyway.
So I guess now I need to know which of those two is closer, so I know who Rogers is going to shoot at.
They're 7 inches. Yeah, these guys are closer.
All right, so everything's going into the woodland guys. So 5s.
5s, yeah.
Only
Not enough.
2.
No.
Bummer. And that's it for turn 6.
Oof.
Move on to turn 7, and Johnny's in the lead. He's got 1 point. I got none.
Yeah.
And in order for me to even get a point, I got to totally clear everything out. So it's, I mean, it could be 1-0.
I have to hope for a
Game
turn
easily.
8. Easily a 6 on turn 8, and I'll be happy.
So on turn 8, we roll a d6 and add it to 8, and if it reaches 14, I think
the game ends.
The game ends. So there's a good chance the game might go long enough for me to clear these guys out. Maybe not, but we'll move on to turn 7. First thing he did, he had the what's left of the main group there. They rallied off their disorder token.
They had to. There's nothing else they can do. So.
And then the Huron passed. They moved up into the woods, so I'm gonna have to deal with that here soon. These guys rallied?
No, they had been rallied. They haven't. So they would rallied here, and I ran away from you. Right?
Okay, so they're gonna fire.
They're gonna attempt to fire a regular
it's gotta
fire
be these
shot.
guys, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right because you're closer.
Closer. So Washington.
Yeah, so 12 shots finally. I told Travis this is my first 12 shot attack.
It's been a while, yeah, with that disorder marker.
Needing 5 still. But I guess you're still in the open now, so not that super matters, but
it's a lot of 5s.
It's a lot of 5s, so this could finally put some hurting on Travis here.
4 dead.
4 dead, yeah.
Well, this happens to be 4 guys
not in the tray. So
not in the tray.
But you take a test. You're still in close order though, right?
Close order.
So you got close order, General Washington, so you're at a -2 overall. That'll fail.
Oh.
So that's a disorder. You're still above 2 though, so you don't retreat. So
okay.
That's all I needed. And then these guys are just going to try to, they can only skirmish. So I don't like the idea of being that close. The woods will protect me from them, so they'll just try to fire. And they won't.
They fail. So I guess it's my turn.
That's your turn, right back to you. So
I passed the order with Rogers. I was going to charge these guys. He passed an evade order, which means he can skirmish.
Yeah.
Which means he can fire.
Yep. So I move back, and I'm going to fire, needing 5. So I don't think that's anything. So
do I still have to move my full distance, or can I?
I think it would just become I'm not really sure. I'll look up. But I think it's just a move now.
So I'd have to move up 8. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So they moved up, and they failed their order. So that's what it looks like now. We got Indians coming in this side. I'm still trying to get a point here. I guess if I can charge them again, maybe I can get a point. I don't know. Yeah, we'll move on to, this is turn...
I just moved it to 2, so this is
turn 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so turn 8. You're on pass order. They skirmished up to the edge. They're going to fire at the militia.
Yeah. And I get a +1 because you're in close order, so
okay.
I'm shooting you in the side. So
4s?
Yeah, but I still only... Well, actually, you're in the open, right?
Yep.
So 2 hits.
2 dead.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll pull these 2 guys off.
And so a morale test that... I think it's just flat morale because you have Washington and you're in close order, so...
Got it.
Barely, yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty.
These guys tried to... They failed the order.
Yep.
Meanwhile, these guys are going to fire at Rogers.
Straight in the face. Needing 5s.
Point blank range.
Not great. I think that's only... it's only 1.
But still.
Still possible.
1 might be all you need.
It's still possible to put a disorder on them.
You do correct. Have Washington right there.
Yeah. No, they're okay.
Sweet.
They're +1.
Alright, so you got left is your main group there.
And we're going to charge. So let's watch it live.
No, we're not going to charge.
No, we're not going to charge. So that's embarrassing again for the French. But okay, your turn.
Alright. Now I got to see if I can get these guys out of here so I can get a point for once.
Yeah.
That's all I can do.
Mm-hmm.
Can they evade again?
But if I evade, you get the point, right?
Yeah, right. So. Exactly. Okay. Rogers moving up. They're not going to evade because if he falls back, he'll lose the point. But he's hitting on 6s. I'm hitting on 4s. So I need to somehow drive him back.
Yeah, every 2 hits, remember, is
every 2 hits.
Every 2 hits. So, now I see a couple there.
I only got 2.
I got
Wow.
1. So I got 1 at least.
That was a bad roll. I only got 2 guys. But I did win.
You did win, technically, so...
So what does that mean?
I believe that means that you stayed in place and I got to retreat half my move.
So 4 inches?
4 inches. So I'm going to be outside of range of that barn, unfortunately.
Sweet. So that'll get me a point?
That should get you a point at the end of this turn.
Okay. Cool.
And then we roll morale test, right?
Morale test.
So I'm at a -2.
Okay, go ahead.
-1 because of I have the leader within range, which I barely pass.
Oh, no.
You fail.
So I take a disorder? That sucks.
You rolled a 3, right?
Yeah.
-1, so that's a 2, but you have Washington and your discipline. So you're above 4, so all you do is take a disorder.
That's not good.
That's not good.
That's not a good thing.
It's not good, but you're still there.
I've driven you off.
You've driven me off, but you're disordered, so.
Okay, so I got these Huron here. So let me try to do something with the militia. Yeah. Oh, 666. Don't I get roll on the good things chart?
Go ahead and roll on a good thing. I think I rolled a 666 too and didn't do it, but that's fine.
A 5.
5.
Alright, so the militia backed off, trying to stay out of charge range of those Hurons. These guys went into close order, so they're going to try to survive the Huron charge. And then Washington's just going to fire straight ahead at those woodsmen. Needing 5s.
Oh, yeah.
But needing like 4 of them.
You need at least 4 or 5. So
just give me one of these dudes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
At least
yeah,
one.
I got 1.
Yeah, which is going to permanently disorder them, no matter what.
And we've been forgetting officer checks, so we're going to start doing that again.
Alright, so they stick around, but they are now permanently disordered just for being under half strength. So.
Okay, so that's the end of turn 8. So roll a d6.
Roll
On the
d6.
6 it ends.
6 it's over. Ooh.
No, we keep going.
But you get a point.
And I get a point, so I've tied up the game.
Yeah.
Now I just have to somehow hold off the Huron. Luckily there's only half of them left.
Well, no, because you can still win on other factors, right? So you got a point for each objective, but if I believe there's also things like if you have more kills than me and let's see here. If you've caused at least 33% casualties, which I believe you have, if you've taken less than 33%, which we have to total, right?
Well, I lost 10 or 12 Indians, so that's probably.
We've each only controlled it for 1 turn, so we're both tied on that. But those little objectives might take it. Although if you control it 1 more turn, then you win because you would have it gives you 3 points each time. So you would have 6, and I would have 3. So
okay, so turn 9.
Yeah, turn 9,
and Johnny's go. These guys failed. These guys charged Rogers. He evaded. He still can reach me, but I pulled back and I still get to do some shooting.
Yeah, we were really close to each other.
So
needing 5s. Nothing.
Not a damn thing.
So we'll finish the move to there. And then just the melee. So you got your 6 and I got my 12.
And I'm needing 5s.
We're both needing 5s. Your guys are better than mine at fighting, but I'm charging, so you got 1.
One guy.
That could be my leader too. I got 1 guy. Come on.
1 each. Oh, check your leader.
Yeah, it's only 1. So I got 1 of these guys, but well, at least you're permanently disordered.
Yeah, Rogers is.
And I've lost 1 of these guys.
So on a double 1, it's your leader.
On a double 1, it's my leader.
Yeah, it's even harder than sharp practice to hit the leader.
But you get that multiple times, right?
Yeah, over time.
Yeah.
So it's a tie.
So it's a tie. So I believe I go back. I have to go back.
Well, I'm the defender.
Oh, you're the defender, right? So, yeah, you go back half your move. And then we both take our morale test.
So you're back on the objective again.
I am back on the objective, but I have to take a morale test, so I might not be.
Okay.
So I'm here at a... Fuck, I think I failed.
And you take a... Oh, that was your morale. And
that
I
was just a morale test.
So I need to take a morale test.
Disordered now.
-1. 7. Yeah, I think I'm okay.
7 minus the 1 casualty, so it takes away that. And then -1 for disorder, that's 5. But you're disciplined and you have Washington, so you're okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I am just disordered again. I just keep disordering myself.
It's a common theme in this game, I've noticed.
But he's permanently disordered this time, at least.
Alright, so then you still got your Huron and those guys in the woods,
Right.
so...
Live roll for the Huron.
Here we go.
Can they charge?
No.
Yes.
They will charge. So they're going to charge these guys?
I have to. I think they're the only guys within range. So.
Alright.
This is a kind of a suicidal charge, because...
I am in close order.
You're in close order, so you'll get a +1 to your fight, so you'll be hitting me on 5s.
Yeah, my fight.
I'm hitting you on 3s.
Base 5 sucks. But, okay, we'll get our dice together. 5s against 3s.
5s against 3s.
You go first.
I'll go first. Set the
That's
bar.
every 2, right?
Every 2, yeah. It's going to be brutal, hopefully, for you.
Pretty ugly.
I see a lot of 1s, though.
Not enough. I still lost a lot of dudes.
Yeah, but you're a much larger unit than I am, so... 4 guys.
Alright, and I'm hitting on 5s.
You're hitting on 5s. I'm hoping to...
I'm hoping to get one of these guys.
I think you will get more than that, but... Oh, God.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7.
So 2 dead?
2 dead.
No, it's
every
3 dead.
2. So
yeah.
it's 3 dead. So now I'm permanently disordered.
So a good return bayonet.
I still won, though. So you're the one who has to retreat half your move. Because I killed 4, you killed 3. So you got to go back half your move. And then...
3 inches?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then take morale test, basically. I can't follow up.
6.
6 minus 4.
Yeah, I doubt I'm going to make it. It's not going to make it.
We'll total it up, but I don't think it's a uber fail, but it's a bad fail. And mine is -3, so it's still... I also failed. Because I have a +1, but -3.
So you take a disorder?
I take another disorder, so I'm double disordered.
So I had a...
You had a 6 and a 1, I think?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So they fell back. They got 2. I'm back here. I got 1.
Yeah.
The woodsmen are going to fire at Rogers.
Yeah. Meeting force.
They got 1.
That's really bad.
Okay.
Alright, that's it.
So no points.
No points for me now.
Alright, so let's start off with the militia.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
They're not going to do anything.
you bastards. Alright then. How about these guys?
What can they do?
They could. So if I fire, it's half dice, right?
It's going to be half dice, yeah. And you have to activate. So is this guy still within 12? Yes. So that will remove the disorder penalty, but you're still green, so you're going to get a -1 no matter what.
So I'm pretty much stuck rallying at this point. But you have to rally too, because you got 2, right?
For the guys of 2, I have to. So.
Okay, well, let me think about it. Because I was going to blast with them, but failed. So maybe I'll see if I could charge with Washington.
Sure.
Charge your guys, drive them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. 5.
Oh, well, with Washington, I get it. And I'm in close order.
Are you still in close order?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, because of close order, yeah. I don't know. Let me double check if you can charge while in close order, but...
Alright, we'll check that out.
Yeah.
Alright, I made it.
Yeah.
Washington, so I'm at 12.
Yeah.
And I'm in my base fight 6, but charging I'm at 5.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
So I lost 2.
And then he's only got 6 coming back, hitting on 6s.
I need to at least get 1 casualty. Nope. So you got nothing coming at you, so I definitely lost. So these fellas gonna go back. Oh, and see if this guy gets killed. No,
No.
Thankfully. Not to rub more salt in my wounds here, but so they go back 3, and then a regular morale check to see what happens. Fucking
3. Ooh,
oh.
So they take another disorder. Oh no, you're gonna be at double 1s.
Because a 3 becomes a 4, but I lost 2 guys.
Yeah.
So that's a 2 -1 because I'm already disordered. So I think that's how it works. But anyway, so I'm at a 1. So that means I add another disorder token against 2 additional disorder tokens.
They're toast.
So they're just toast. Yeah. And at that point, I'll just concede.
Washington.
I think you've successfully managed to take
Washington has driven them off.
Yeah. Because you would gain another 3. This is the bottom of turn
9,
which means you would gain 3 more points. So you would have 6 points to my 3, plus whatever casualties, but that's not going to make up for... Even if I had killed almost all your force, that extra 3 is not... And like we can see if the game would end. It would end anyway, so...
Okay. All right. We'll come back and wrap it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the end of the game, Washington and the Provincial Virginians have driven off the French. We've secured the barn.
Mm-hmm.
We won point-wise, and they withdrew. So, fun game. I know we made some mistakes, especially the leader. There's probably a couple other things we missed. But overall, I think we played it fairly well. It's a very fast-moving, fun game. It's quick to learn. Once you play a couple turns, you're pretty much on it. But there's a lot of nuance in the book as well that, you know, I'm sure that would, if you really knew it well, it would make it more dynamic, maybe. I don't know. I don't have the book, but I'm assuming that there's more in there than what we did. And another fun thing is you can kind of make your own lists. So Johnny pretty much bought a base unit, say, of line infantry, and then to make them these guys, he added all the special rules that made them what they are, the green, stuff like that. So you can create your own units, which is always fun to do.
Yeah, I think that's the fun part about it, is like they just give you a sandbox and you kind of work with whatever you want to, whatever your collection kind of holds. So if you want to represent a more battle-hardened provincial unit, then you can say, hey, these guys are veteran or good shots, and then you pay the extra points for them.
Yeah, super cool, flexible.
And in this case, we wanted to represent just kind of fresh, or just provincial, so we gave them all green, which didn't really come into effect this game. It did last time I played them. I couldn't activate them for crap, but Travis did pretty well with his rolls there.
Yeah, it's like being green never even came up.
No,
except for once, I think.
And the Rangers did well. Your natives not as well, but overall I think that was pretty solid.
But I mean, at least this made the game more interesting, having these guys.
Yeah,
if I would have just blasted you off, and it wouldn't have been as interesting.
They were coming close, but losing too many to your province. I mean, I knew that was going to be the case just because you had 12 dice still, but at that point I'm like, well, I'm going to lose the game if I just sit here. So, but a couple key disorders and
couple failed
activations, couple key disorders. That's what changed the game. You got that disorder. I didn't activate. You did, and
not having someone activate is a big deal. I mean, it can be a bigger deal. Like these guys not being able to shoot those guys, the Indians. I mean, it would have been pretty fun. But there was other times where failed orders really caused a swing in the game, and
like these guys getting stuck back here for a few turns.
That
I never even got to fire these guys. So it's like, because I was trying to wait until I got close enough to unleash a devastating volley, but just the disorders and everything, like, and a couple bad activation rolls, and I couldn't move them.
And even though we only had the one objective in the center, there was still quite a bit of movement around the edges. I mean, kind of in a circle we're going around it, but definitely rushing up and getting that point and just sitting there. It's a good tactic because it's not easy to get guys off of there.
Yeah, it's not easy, but it's also risky because you're giving up that first shot advantage, right? Which paid off for you in the end, right?
It is risky, but I mean, you were ahead for 8 turns. It took me 8 turns to get a point.
Yeah, that's true.
You got a point like on the first turn or second turn.
Yeah, that's why I had to sit with the light infantry, because I thought, well, if they can, maybe in hindsight I should have not, but that's okay.
Or had those other guys go up there.
Yeah,
the line troops.
There's a couple things I could have done, but not passing a couple easy activations like moving was rough. So
what other kind of missions are there? Just standard capture the objective.
Yeah, there's like 6 or 7 scenarios in there. They're not anything out of the ordinary. There's a couple like attack defense missions, like a river run scenario, which I think is kind of weird. Attack the bridge crossing type stuff. The other scenarios are more like I'll have 24 points and you'll have 18 or you'll have the last straight. So those are more attack defend type. But
Yeah.
this one I figured we'd just get it all on the table. So
They're pretty fun.
yeah.
Cool, yeah, so I like it. It's a fun game. Easy to learn. Get your models on the table. I mean, it's how long we've been playing now. Compared to a game of sharp practice, this is like the half the time of a game of sharp practice would take to play. So, but I mean, it's a lot simpler as well. But
Yeah.
both games are fun, and they're, you know, in their own way, and let you get all your black powder era stuff out.
Yeah, I think I like both for sure. I just think the one thing that appeals to me is the time. Sometimes on this one, you can probably get 2 games to one sharp practice
easily.
game, and then what I like as well is it's either 12 dice or 6 dice, right? So
Right, yeah,
you're not having to figure out buckets of dice about.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, you know, first fire 35. You know, it's just.
Yeah, I got four groups of
Yeah.
line with a level 3 leader, but I'm
Yeah.
minus 4 guys,
Yeah.
and I got 7 shock, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, so it's just 12, and then you hit, and that's it.
Yep.
So if you don't hit, then that's it. So you
Very
don't get
simple.
it. There's no armor saves or whatever. So
I like that. Yeah, no save rolling. It really speeds it up.
it speeds it up. And once you put a few disorders on, these units start to kind of evaporate as well. So
Yeah, but I can see the criticism that other people I've heard say about disorder, and you get into this cycle of, okay, well, my guy's stuck here disordered. Yeah, I rally him, but then he gets one, and that's all he does the whole game is kind of just sit there rallying.
yeah, I don't know. I see what they're saying for sure, because like my light infantry kind of got stuck in that cycle for a bit.
Yeah.
I think what you have to do is just bite the bullet and not rally and just
Trying to move.
just run away
Yeah.
and then rally, which sucks. But otherwise, you're just, like you said, you're just going to sit there getting shot. So
Yeah.
you really have to just make that decision. I mean, you could try to hope that he doesn't activate, but in my case, that never happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Or house ruling, but
Or house ruling, but I don't know.
their house rule was, you know, you can do something else even after you rally. That's a little extreme, I think. Maybe give
really,
a chance to.
That's really good, though. Then
Maybe
there's-
make them activate, pass another activation to do it again or something.
I mean, the only thing I would say is maybe allow them to activate, but only with a move to retreat away from the enemy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Something
not
like
a shoot or a skirmish or anything like that. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you're saying it that way, because otherwise, then there's no downside to being disordered if you're just disordering and activating again, right? Like,
Well, it's a -1 on your roll, and there's some downside, but
not enough.
not enough.
This, I don't know. I don't play. I haven't. This is my 3rd game, so I'm not going to try to make adjustments quite yet.
Yeah.
So I think
Agreed.
you just have to be more cautious and say, I'm just going to not rally and just run away,
Yeah.
and then get out of range and then rally, right? So just kind of like probably what happened in real life anyway. So
Yep. Yeah, so fun game. I like it. Thanks to Johnny. He's always bringing new games to the Nerd Cave, which we appreciate. Especially games where we can use the same models that we already have, which is always a bonus.
yeah.
And then, yeah, so that'll be it for this one. Let us know what you guys think about this game. You know, of course, any mistakes, tactical choices that we forgot to make. And as usual, check out our social media stuff. Twitter, Instagram, and what's the other one? Facebook. Oh, and we got a Patreon as well if you want to help the channel out. Keep us going with as many videos as we put out, which is quite a bit. But we have fun doing it. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.